Hi guys, very quick video, should be less than 3 minutes. I just wanted to point out some uh, dates that are coming up. Already talked about December 21st, 23rd, 31st also. So I'm just going to quickly get into it. I've taken a few uh, sections from the iPad Go-To video where I think that dates may be displayed. I'm just going to quickly point them out. Excuse me. So first is the shark. I think here as I said before, we've got the pound coin symbol in there from the line of the head of the shark and the nose through the eye. We've got what looks like an L reference inside of the shark's eye here, so I'm not sure if that's referencing London or a time or a number. Either way, put that aside. I've got the 1 running down for the shark's nose, which is also part of the pound coin symbol. The 2, which makes up the shark's mouth, which is 12, and then coming down from coming down from the shark's mouth round to the front of the tail, the number 2, and then coming down the back of the shark and the back of the tail is the number 3, 1223. Over on the hangman, we've got the XX and what could be the V, which would be 25, or it could be XX IV, which is 24, Christmas Eve. So I'm thinking it's Christmas Eve because we've got 1223 and then 1224 would obviously be the next day. If there's something to do with submarines attacking on the 23rd, then the 24th would obviously have references to death, so that would flow linearly in a timeline. With the missile here, looking at it in a different way, we've got what looks like an upside down L, an upside down T, and a sideways 3. Excuse me. So L is the 12th letter of the alphabet, T is the 20th letter of the alphabet, and the number 3, 1223. So 1223 on the shark, 1223 on the missile, which could very well be coming from the shark, which represents submarines, so it could be referencing a submarine ballistic launched missile. We'll keep our eyes out for that, obviously. The house I haven't drawn anything on because there's a few interpretations for it. There's the reference to the N because there's a little gap just down here, and what looks like a Y in the middle, so that could be New York or New Year, could be a reference to both. Obviously, the biggest place, well, the place that gets watched the most on New Year is New York, Times Square, the ball dropping, all of that, so it could be a reference to New York, New Year, and on the other side, a reference to 31, which again would be December 31st, New Year, going into New Year's Day, so this would be New Year's Eve. The other reference you've got is a sideways 2, and on the other side 3, so again you've got a reference to 23 there. This could be an M, referencing maybe a state or possibly Mar-a-Lago. We've talked about all these different interpretations. I think I'm leaning towards the New Year reference, New Year, New York, 31st kind of reference, and at the same time, the first of the third, which is January 3rd, when the new house takes its seat, and something may happen there, which has connections with the explosion scene we see with all the businessmen turning into ash, and that could be a reference to the new Congress being blown up. We don't know, we'll see. Hopefully not. Over to the apple, we have the 2 seeds and the 1 seeds. This has obviously been referenced before. 2 on one side, 1 on the other side, 21. The other way around, it's 1 and 2, which is 12. It could be both references, so 2112 or 1221, December 21st. On the leaf here, we have a small little mark down here, but the ones that are clearest, we have 1 on this side and 2 on this side. So again, it's a backwards reference when it's 2 on this side, 1 on this side for the seeds. It's 1 on this side and 2 on this side for the leaf. So 12, 21, 21, 12. Again, 21st of December. Outside, we have the reference to the clock tower, which is at position number 12. And then down here we have Psalm 23, so 1223 or yeah, December 23rd. Again, possibly referenced on the burning house, if that's not New Year's or January 3rd. Possibly referenced with the missile, L, 12, T, 23. Again, possibly referenced with the shark, 23. So Car's not moving over. Okay, I'll just zoom out in a minute. But yeah, plenty of references to 1223. The other reference that could be made from here, connection with the V on Obama's forehead in the sweat bead that's coming down, which could be V representing the 22nd letter of the alphabet, is we've got the clock at 12, but there's also a small, almost imperceptible indentation at the number 2 marking. Taking those numbers together would be 12 and 2. It could be sharing the second 2 from the number 12, so it could be 12, 22, and then 12, 23. Obviously, that would flow in terms of dates, but there's a little bit stretched in the interpretation of that. But 1223 is a bit clearer, referenced multiple times. So looking out for things happening 1221, 22, 23. Again, from the Hangman, you've got a possible reference to New Year's Eve. Sorry, not New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve or Christmas Day with the XXIV or the XXV. So it looks like that date range is referenced multiple times within the first, I think it's when played at normal speed is within the first 2 minutes of the video. So as I said, I don't know if anything's going to happen, but just for reference, 1221 seems to be connected with the apple. The apple seems to be connected with the volcano. The volcano seems to be connected with Hawaii. The Hawaii and Obama, as you see there. So 1221, volcanic activity, possibly looking out for something. 1222, that may be, just even more intense. It doesn't seem to depict anything particular happening on 1222, but it may be referenced with the V and the 12 and the 2 here. 1223 seems to be referenced a lot more clearly with the shark, the submarine, 1223, the missile, LT3 or 1223, the house, 23, or again, that could be New Year's, 31st, New York, or again, could be the house on the 3rd of January, and again, outside the classroom, 1223. That's the date that's referenced, the clearest, apparently. So we'll keep an eye out through those date ranges, 1221, 22, 23, 24, 25, the 31st, New Year's, and the 3rd of January. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.